Cocker Spaniel versus Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Although both belonging to the Spaniel group, the Cavalier King Charles and also the Cocker are two unique canine breeds with significant differences. While they can both make excellent household animals, the ways in which they vary from each other can imply that one is a lot more matched to your way of life than the various other. If you want to know more about these two different breeds, and you are interested in getting tips and guides that will help you become a better pet owner, watch this video to the end. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. Background. Cavalier King Charles Spaniels are a fairly current breed, yet stem from the original King Charles Spaniels. During the 1600s, King Charles Spaniels were reproduced with pugs to develop the breed we know today, providing much shorter, flatter noses. Nonetheless, in the 1920s, a woman named Roswell Eldridge wished to go back to the traditional, pre-1600s type, with longer and also a lot more defined snouts. The brand new kinds were called Cavalier King Charles Spaniels and were identified by the American Kennel Club throughout the 1940s. Cocker Spaniels have a very various history. Reproduced as working pet dogs, their lines go back to the 14th century. The type as it is today has been displayed in the United States because the 1880s. Placed on your finest layers. Although both Cocker and Cavalier King Charles Spaniels should have silky, medium-length layers, they vary a lot when it comes to shade. Cavalier King Charles Spaniels have a much more minimal color array as well as can only be available in Blenheim chestnut markings on white, tricolor, ruby, or black and tan. Cocker Spaniels exhibit a larger variety of layer shades and markings black, black and tan, party color, tan factors as well as any other strong color, from light cream to dark red. Size. You can differentiate between these two types by their size. Cavalier King Charles Spaniels are somewhat shorter and lighter than their Cocker relatives, gauging in between 12 and 13 inches to the shoulders as well as weighing in at between 13 as well as 18 pounds. Cocker Spaniels ought to be between 14 and also 15.5 inches at the shoulder, with females not going beyond 14.5 inches, according to American Kennel Club breed requirements. Generally, they should consider from 20 to 30 pounds. Personality. The gregarious Cavalier takes as his good example satirist Will Rogers, who famously stated he never fulfilled a stranger. The Cavalier aspires to meet every person who crosses his path, and if that person sits down as well as uses a lap or a reward, a lot the better. Like any type of canine, Cavaliers are available in a series of characters, from quiet as well as calm to rowdy as well as rambunctious. They might or might not bark when a person pertains to the door, so they're a bad choice as a guard dog other than, that is, for seeing the thief card off the silver. Wellness. Cavaliers are typically healthy and balanced, however like all breeds, they're prone to specific health and wellness conditions. Not all Cavaliers will certainly get any type of or all of these diseases, however it is essential to be aware of them. Omitral shutoff disease, MVD. This is a typical problem in Cavaliers. It starts with a heart murmur that comes to be increasing worse till the pet has cardiac arrest. Cardiovascular disease in older pet dogs of any kind of type is relatively typical, yet Cavaliers are prone to establishing MVD at an early age, often as young as 1 or 2 years old. Research into prevention of this condition is ongoing. Since it appears to have a hereditary part, accountable dog breeders have their reproduction canines assessed routinely by vet cardiologists to attempt to prevent this problem from continuing to future generations. Osyringomelia, SM. This condition impacts the brain as well as spine, and also appears to be typical in Cavaliers. Signs range from moderate discomfort to extreme pain as well as partial paralysis. It's brought on by a malformation of the head, which lowers the area for the mind. Signs commonly show up between the ages of 6 months and 4 years. The first indications you might notice are sensitivity around the head, neck, or shoulders, with the canine in some cases whining, or regularly scraping at the location of his neck or shoulder, usually just on one side of the body. If this video was helpful to you, and you would love to get daily tips and guides that will help you become a better pet owner, subscribe to the channel.